Okay, today we have like a monstrous Ulta haul. I went ham. Believe it or not, I actually have been very good this year about being quite calculated on my beauty purchases, really just purchasing beauty with the intention of certain videos, certain shorts. It's just been really intentional all year. This, I think, is one of the very few, if not the only times that I went buck wild. No rhyme, no reason to me purchasing this many beauty products. Okay, I think I purchased 47 products. It was to the point where Ulta told me my cart was too big and I could not add anything else to the order. And I was like, all right, slow your roll down, Morgan. So all of these items I actually purchased a few weeks back. I've just been so busy with the Sephora stuff. But Ulta had this crazy sale called the fall sale. And I mean, all of the beauty items that I purchased today were between 30 and 50% off. It was insane, and I've been wanting to test more drugstore and affordable options, mostly for my TikTok. My TikTok audience really loves my affordable makeup videos, so I've been wanting to just get a bunch of new stuff to test out. So when I saw that Ulta was having that sale and I could get up to 50% off, I mean even more, I think some brands were 60% off, I took full advantage of that. So I stocked up on stuff for future videos and comparisons and just anything that I feel like would be good. So I went crazy. I bought like 50 items. But the price, I mean, it's not fun to spend $300 on makeup, right? But for 50 items, I feel like that's not bad. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into it because it's crazy, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and start off with primers. This first one, I guess, isn't necessarily a primer. I think Revolution Pro was like 50 to 60% off face items. So I got this Revolution Pro Glow Skin Perfector CC Enhancer. I honestly didn't really know what this was when I ordered it, but it is just a glow cream, so you can use it on your body, you can use it on your face. I use it as kind of like a highlighty thing. I didn't know what I was in for when I opened this, so it's just a really, really glowy base. It's not really hydrating or anything. This packaging though, it's broken. I really am struggling to get product out of the squeeze tube, so I'm gonna have to like stick a needle down the hole to see if that opens everything up so I can actually get product out. But from what I was able to squeeze out, it's okay. It's a little glittery. I don't know that I like this on my face, but maybe on my body to the beach or something. So yeah, I didn't know what it was, but I did not get what I expected. The next item I picked up was from Physicians Formula. This is the Butter Believe It Putty Primer. I've been on a putty primer kick. I think e.l.f. just has the best putty primer. So I wanted to see what Physicians Formula could do. This one is interesting. It feels a little bit more silicone-y compared to the e.l.f. It has some hydration as well. Something about it just blends out a little easier. However, I'm not sure of the effect on the face. I feel like the e.l.f. legitimately does work. Because I have a full face of all new products on today, I can't confirm nor deny how this works, but it felt good putting it on. I think they did a decent play on the putty primer, but at the current moment, I'm still not sold. I think I'm still on the e.l.f. bandwagon when it comes to the putty primer, but we'll continue to use this and see. I'll definitely have to do like a side-by-side or something one day when I'm putting on my makeup. Into coverage products, base products. So the first one I've heard very good things about. This is the Revolution IRL Filter Long Wear Foundation. This is a soft matte foundation, and I think I like this. Now, when it comes to Revolution products, I feel like the undertones are very weird, as expected. The undertone on this wasn't perfect, but for an affordable price, I can get over it if the finish is good, and you know, I'll be able to kind of doctor it with the other products that I use. I think it looks nice. Now, I need to shave my face a little bit because I do have some hairs on my cheek and this was catching onto those hairs, but I feel like when I get the hair off of my face, then it will apply really smooth and look really smooth because overall it looks quite perfected. I could have prepped a bit better. I think because I used new primers, my base isn't looking as good, but if I hydrate and prep as I normally do, I think this would look really, really pretty. It feels quite lightweight on the skin as well, gives a medium coverage. I like it. It is more on the matte side. I've been enjoying a more soft matte finish lately because I just feel like it looks more perfected and lasts a little longer. So far I'm very happy with this. I got it in the shade F8, but I kind of want to try it more in my natural habitat when it comes to prepping as I normally would and with other products that I typically would wear. I also got this from Morphe. This is the Glow Stunner Hydrating Tinted Moisturizer. I'd never even heard of this before. It's in the shade Glow Medium 4, but it looks like it's going to be way too light for me. It has a very interesting luminous finish to it. I did apply it to the center of my face to brighten things up a little bit, and you could see the finish of it was completely different than the Revolution that I had on. Yeah, this one I need to play with on its own to really give you guys a good idea on it, but it definitely is light coverage. I got a lot of skin tints. So this one is from Revolution Pro. This is the Cream Skin Perfector CC tint. I got mine in the shade medium. This is so interesting. I was not expecting this. It came out completely white out of the tube. And I was like, well, that's not medium. But then when you blended it in, it kind of, I guess there's like little bulbs of pigment, and it gave like a medium tint, and it was actually pretty good coverage it looked like on my hand. So this is gonna be weird to apply, but I can't wait to put this on my face. This looks interesting, and I know I haven't put it on my face yet, but I liked how it felt on my hand, and I thought the process of it going from white to skin tone was pretty neat. I guess it's not my last skin tint. We'll talk about this. But I have the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator. I've heard very good things about this. And honestly, e.l.f. used to be the cheapest brand. I'd argue that Wet n Wild now is. So I'd love to see a revival. They were really, really popular a few years ago. They kind of fell off. But with Wet n Wild's prices, would love to see them kind of remarket, redo things, keep the same great prices, but great quality products. So this tinted hydrator, I don't have much to say about it. I got mine in the shade light medium. I've heard good things about it from channels that I trust, so hopefully I enjoy this. And I guess this was on a good discount, but I purchased something that I used to own years ago, and I didn't like it years ago, but I am a much different makeup lover than I was many years ago. So this is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in the matte. This was really, really trendy back in the day. I didn't see it. I didn't like it. But I feel like I've tested so many more products. I just have different preferences now. And I thought with how popular it was back in the day, I'd give it a try again. I got it on a really great discount. So we will see. Still smells like paint. But yeah, I can't wait to test that one out. And then the last coverage product, foundation wise, I repurchased this one also. It was 50% off. This is the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC cream. I always get the sample sizes of these because I'm never gonna finish them. So it was like $10, and the ones that I had were really old, so I've thrown those out recently, and I wanted a fresh one because I do love this product and I think it's great for reference on my channel as well. So just got a good deal on that. Oddly enough, you know, when you order from Ulta, there's always a bunch of gift with purchase deals going on. Like I have some weird gift with purchases that I got. An ice roller, a bunch of perfume samples, and Morphe sent this E63 brush. You'll see in my demos, I've applied this with a bunch, well, I've used a bunch of products to apply this with. No, what am I saying? I've used this to apply a bunch of different products. This brush is really, really good. So yeah, I actually very much liked it. Okay, I have two concealers. The first one is very, very interesting. I think I like it. This is from Revolution, Makeup Revolution. This is the Eye Bright Illuminating Under Eye Concealer. I got mine in the shade Light. It is a copycat of the Charlotte Tilbury. I'll tell you now, the formula is nothing like the Charlotte Tilbury. This does not give very much coverage, whereas the Charlotte Tilbury does give coverage. At first, when I used this, I was like, this is terrible. When I applied it under my eyes, it looked like it was breaking up. It looked very unflattering. And then when I blended it out, I was shocked. Now it is extremely light coverage. This is definitely going to be for every day, but when I blended it out, my eyes looked more awakened very naturally, but it sat on the skin so natural. It didn't look like I had anything on, but it made my under eyes look brighter. So I will have to see, because I'm not doing a wear test on this today. While I did put it on, I put another concealer over, but I think potentially this could be a gem. I also wanted to try this concealer from Juvia's Place. This is the I Am Magic Mini Concealer. I got mine in the shade 18, which is just a wee bit dark. It is always very, very risky, especially from the drugstore, because I feel like drugstore can be very inconsistent, purchasing complexion products online. So the colors on my face are all over the place. Like, my under eyes are darker than my face, but I think I like this concealer. It actually has very full coverage and it doesn't look too drying, all things considered. Now, you guys know I've been on the boat with loving my Milk Makeup Concealer. That one is so hydrating and smooth. This is not as good as that, but I think this is really, really solid. So Juvia's Place wasn't on the best discount, but I just remember really wanting to try this, so I picked that up. I got, for some reason, a bunch of cream contour sticks. So the first one that I picked up is a very old product from Wet n Wild. This is the dual-ended contour stick. I'm sure I've owned this back in the day. And I got the shade light/medium. Not the best cream contour stick that I've tried. The contour itself is really, really pink. And I felt like the illuminating side, which is just a light brightening side, was a little dry. However, it got the job done. It worked. It blended out great. Maybe didn't feel the most emollient or hydrating against my skin, but you'll see in the demo, it did the dang thing. It contoured and it highlighted. So I'll continue using this. Well, maybe I didn't necessarily love the way that it felt on the skin. It looked fine. Something that's very different, it's the same thing, but a different formula. Love this formula. This is a repurchase. This is from Wet n Wild. This is the Mega Glow Makeup Stick Contour in the shade Oaks on You. It looks scarily orange, like not cute, but on the face, I think it looks really good. The color doesn't bother me. This is extremely emollient, hydrating. If you're looking for a really good, easy to use cream contour stick from the drugstore, look into Wet n Wild. They do have one that is not quite so warm, but these are really great. Mine, the cap completely broke and it was getting old anyways, so I repurchased a new one. I also picked up a second color of this Makeup Revolution Fast Base Contour Stick. So I purchased this a little bit ago, not too long ago actually. I picked up a light shade that was way too light. The contour was literally the color of my skin tone. So I went a shade deeper and I got the medium. I think the medium should be a bit deeper though. The illuminating side is pretty good. I feel like the illuminating / highlight side is better in the light for my skin tone. But see, don't you feel like the contour could still go a little bit deeper? It also is a little bit more yellow that I prefer. So I really enjoy the formula of these, but the contour colors, I don't know about. But this still is a better color. These blend out beautifully. So I liked the first one that I got enough, the formula of it, to pick up a different color. So this is also a really good duo from the drugstore. We got two powder bronzers as well. You'll see I really stocked up on the Makeup Revolution stuff. So the first one that I got is this Bronzer Reloaded in the shade Long Weekend. So this one is like a baked formula. At first I thought I wouldn't like it. I thought it looked quite warm, but I actually really like the way this looks on my skin. I'm not afraid of a warm bronzer, and I thought it applied really beautifully. It does have a little pigment, so it might look a little deep on some lighter skin tones, but it applied nice. It has a little gold sheen in there that I think is really pretty. So I liked this more than I thought I would. I also picked up this bronzer from Makeup Revolution. This is the Mega Bronzer in Warm. This color I'm not too happy with. I thought I would prefer this over the baked one that I got, but this one is a little muddy. So I did get the second shade in the middle, so maybe the lighter shade would be a bit better, but I got burned because I got the lighter shade in this duo, and it was like literally my skin color, so I thought I'd get the medium. Looks a little muddy on me. Had a little bit of trouble blending it out. Not super moved by this one yet. Prefer the baked one more. And then, lo and behold, another Makeup Revolution product. This is a super dewy liquid blush. I think I like this. To apply it, I just spread it out on my hand a little bit, and then I use a sponge to apply it, and it applied beautifully. I really like how hydrating this looked on my skin, because my skin was looking a little dry from the foundation, and when I put this over my cheek instantly had some hydration to it. I got this in the shade Flushing For You, which is very pretty, and I'll talk about my concern about it in a moment when I get to the highlight, because it did pick up. But as far as how it looked on my cheek when I applied it, beautiful, had a gorgeous hydration to it, pretty easy to blend out, perfect level of pigmentation. So I think I like this. And then I also got this Wet n Wild Mega Glow Makeup Stick Blush in the shade Floral Majority. Just like the contour stick, this is really malleable, very, very hydrating. So I wanted to pick up a blush version of this. Again, very affordable from Wet n Wild, a really great formula if you want to try a good cream blush or bronzer without breaking the bank. And then I did get this highlighter from Revolution. This is a bright light highlighter. It is, again, a copycat of the Charlotte Tilbury packaging. This is really white. I feel like it has a little bit more pigmentation than I liked. So I'm trying to decide if it was the blush or the highlight, but where I put this over, it completely made the blush disappear. So I don't know if the highlight took it away or the blush doesn't work well with putting other liquid products on top. That's what I'll have to decide. Not my favorite liquid highlighter. Didn't like how it looked color-wise. I feel like now that it's set in, it really isn't that glowy, so we kind of lost the purpose of that. I'm not a liquid highlight person to begin with, so I am quite picky when it comes to these products, but it's not the worst that I've tried. It's also not near the best either. And then the last product that we have for complexion is from Wet n Wild. This is the Natural Finish Setting Spray. And had fun with some Wet n Wild products. The spray on this, a little wet, a little intense. You do get some driplets on the face. I like the way it feels, very refreshing. Did it make my makeup look better? A little bit, but nothing groundbreaking. Like, I think my Catrice does a better job, or my Pixie. Those will give an instant glow, but it still felt quite refreshing. Okay, let's move into the eyes now. I picked up quite a lot of brow products. I'm not sure how that happened, but the first one that I have is from LA Girl. LA Girl is one of those brands where I haven't tried very much from, but I always see their makeup everywhere. So I thought I'd try this Shady Slim Brow Pencil. I picked up the shade Medium Brown, and I'm impressed. This is a really nice brow pencil. It doesn't deposit too much color, also doesn't deposit too much little. The lines that you draw in don't overblend when you do brush it out. It's a little on the warm side, but I'm not as bothered by it. I think it's a really nice slim brow pencil. It's only a few bucks. Okay, awesome. I also got this one from CoverGirl. I don't own anything from CoverGirl besides their mascaras. So maybe I might want to try more from CoverGirl. I don't know. All I have is the mascaras. But I picked up this ultrafine brow pencil in soft brown, made in Germany. Lots of good brow pencils are made in Germany. I haven't tried this one, so I can't speak on it yet. It does seem to have a nice fine tip that I like, but drugstore does have some good brow products. They do. They also have some bad ones, but I've tried a lot of good brow pencils from there. So yeah, if you don't want to spend a lot of money, the drugstore has some good ones, and the LA Girl one I thought was really good. Another really affordable brand that I don't hear too much about is the JCat Beauty brand. They're very, very affordable on Ulta. This is the Brow Amazing Duo. I love a good brow powder. I feel like people don't give enough attention to good brow powders, so I wanted to try it, and this is a whole kit and a half, okay? You have some brow stencils, which I did not use today. I haven't used this at all. Very cheap packaging, but whatever. It was a very cheap product. It comes with 2 different powders, a little baby spoolie and a little baby angled brush as well. The powders look nice and cool toned. So we'll see. What shade did I get? I got the Brown Duo. I'm intrigued with this product. And then the last eyebrow product, like I said, I don't know why I bought so much for brows, was another CoverGirl product. This is the Clean Fresh Brow Gel, and I thought the packaging just looked so nice. I love the look of this spoolie. It looks like it's gonna thicken my brows. So I have it in my brows. It's not the strongest hold. Instantly, it's not one of my favorite eyebrow gels, but it's doing the job. I'm not angry at it. My brows aren't falling. They're still in place from where I left them, but you can feel it's not the heaviest of holds. So if I run into something or rub my arm against my eyebrows, I think maybe they will fall out of place a little bit. But not bad. I'm not mad at this. Let's get into eyeshadow palettes now. If you're new to my channel, guess who does not like drugstore eyeshadows? I have a very, very low success rate. And for me, when it comes to eyeshadows, drugstore is not where I would go. I think it's worth the splurge for a little bit of extra money. There's exceptions, of course, but I thought I would try some, right? Why not? So we'll start off with the one that I'm wearing. This has always caught my eye, but I never bit the bullet. I finally picked up the LA Girl Keep It Playful eyeshadow palette in the shade Downplay. And I just think that this is my color story right here. Neutral Girl. It caught my eye. I was interested and I created the most beautiful look, did I not, with this? So first let me show you how I created this look. So I started off just with my blending brush, going into the cream shade to highlight underneath the brow bone. Didn't have very much pigment, but applied fine, brightened the area. We're not mad about that. It helps with the blend. Then I went into this shade, very little pigment with this, however, worked out very easily. So I was like, okay, we need more depth though. So then I went into this shade. This shade added a haze of warmth over the eye that was very, very pretty. But again, lacked a little in depth. Went in here to this brown. This brown actually is very, very nice, a little bit of fallout, but it did add the depth that I was looking for, thank goodness, and worked out very easily. And of course I had to see what the black had in store for us because you can tell a lot about an eyeshadow palette when it comes to their black. And I thought the black blended out really great. It's not the blackest black I've ever used, but I think that makes it easier to use in the sense of getting a smoky eye. I went into this shade right here. It does apply better with a finger, though you can make it work with a brush. This is actually surprisingly very, very nice. I applied this to the center of my eyelid. I really love how it looks. And then I had to play with this shade right here because these look so textured. It's a silver shade. I applied it to the inner corner. You definitely need to use a finger. Not as big of a fan of that formula. It's a little chunky. It's unflattering on texture on the eyelids. It's messy. It's not that it's not pigmented, but the finish of it and the texture of it is so flaky, it just is not flattering on the eyelid. So I wish instead of this formula, while they look beautiful in the pan, they just stuck with this formula because this just works better. It looks better. But this is a decent palette. You know, you can tell it is more of an affordable price, but I wouldn't knock it. You get a very pretty look and I like the colors of it. I can't believe I picked this up, but I couldn't help it. I got the CoverGirl Eye Enhancers in Shimmering Sands. Now, I'm sure you know this has been super popular like way back in the day. Like this is almost vintage, right? It's like almost in the same packaging, everything. I feel like this could be a dupe for Tom Ford. I don't know. I mean, obviously this little trio doesn't give you much depth or anything, but I feel like this could give a really elegant look to the eye. It felt really smooth and creamy by swatch. I haven't applied it to the eyes yet, but I don't know what came over me, but I have never tried Shimmering Sands from CoverGirl. So we're gonna do that. I was having fun. Another item from JCat, well, 2 items. Like I said, they're just so affordable. I needed to know, and I thought these palettes looked so cool. So these are the Dia y Noche palettes, so day and night, and they're called the Tri-Element 15 eyeshadow palettes. They're actually quite small, and I have very small hands, so they'll be even smaller in your hands. So one palette is the day palette, one palette is the night palette. So this one is the day, and I just thought that these looked so cute. And okay, again, not super impressed with the swatches, but still looked pretty. Gonna have to see how these look on the eyelid. The mattes swatched pretty well. The shimmers, a little hit or miss here, but potential to still look very pretty on the eyelid nonetheless. I'm more so feeling the color story of the night palette. It kind of gives me like Urban Decay Wild West vibes with the warm colors and the dark blues, but we'll have to see how these go on the eyelids. Swatching wise, not super impressed, but has potential to be just fine. So we'll see about those. Hopefully I can find an affordable gem here. And then I also got this eyeshadow palette from Morphe. This is the Jaclyn Hill Divine Neutrals palette. I didn't pick this up when it came out because I already have these colors, but this was 50% off, and these are really great staple colors for me. I love these kinds of colors. I like Morphe shadows, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I think the quality is really great for the price point. And yeah, these felt like pretty good Morphe shadows. Not the creamiest, but also very good for the price point, and these colors look really beautiful. I thought that this would be a very nice palette for me to take to my parents' house when I go for Thanksgiving. I think you get really good Thanksgiving-y looks, so I got that. And then the last eyeshadow palette that I picked up, I have been wanting this. This has been on my wish list for such a long time. This is from Flower Beauty. This is the Desert Lights shadow palette. So these are 6 cream shadows, and I have heard nothing but praise about this palette. The swatches looked incredible. I haven't put these on my eyes yet, but I'm excited. This looks absolutely stunning, so I have a feeling I'm gonna love that. I picked up this eye pot from Flower Beauty. I felt like this could be a dupe for something high-end. This is the Chrome Crush Pressed Pigment. I don't even know what shade I got. What shade are you? Jade. Honestly, a little underwhelmed by this. It does come with a little clear cover. Tarte has a product very similar to this. Not as shimmery as I wanted it to be. Like, I feel like you can get the same shimmer level from a powder eyeshadow, so not as impressive as I thought, but it still is pretty. We'll have to see how it looks on the eyelid. And then I also got 2 eye glitters from LA Girl. These are the Dream Glitter Iridescent Liquid Shadows. These look so pretty. Obviously, I haven't applied these to my eyelid, and sometimes glitter products like these can make my eyes burn. So I'll keep you updated if these burn my eyes. But by swatch, these look even and beautiful. I picked up the shades Cha-Ching, which is the more blue-green shade, and Iridescent Dream I thought could be fun. So they didn't fit in with today's look, but I am excited to play with those. And then the last eye product that I got was from CoverGirl. This is the Exhibitionist Lash Enhancing Liquid Liner. So I think it is infused with lash enhancing serum in here, which is kind of neat. I like this. I think this is really nice. Now, for some reason, the applicator, I kind of struggled with my wings today, but it deposits really black product. I'll have to see about longevity, because that's like the most important part with eyeliners. Who wants to look like a raccoon, you know? But in terms of application, it is a felt tip applicator. I really liked it. I felt like it was very high quality. So yeah, we'll keep you updated. We have some lips. So I picked up this Essence Soft and Precise Lip Pencil in the shade, I don't know. That would help if it would write it. Oh, it's Cos Nova, I think. No, it's Legendary. The shade is Legendary. This shade, I like it, but it's very hard to apply. Like, I had to build it up. I feel like it's a harder application. Oh, it applies good on my hand. I don't know, maybe the color is just a bit light, but there's some drag to it, which I don't always dislike, but I was pressing kind of hard to get this on, so I'm not sure about this yet. I also picked up the Essence Stay Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Duck Face. That's funny. So what I don't like about this immediately is the color does not look like what it does on the packaging at all. It's very, very pink and bright. It's pretty. It looked a bit dry on my lips, so my hesitation with that is it looked dry, but it felt pretty lightweight. So I'm gonna have to see what the wear time is like on that, but I definitely wanted to apply a lip gloss over top of that because my lips did look dry. So I don't think it's my favorite formula. And what is my favorite formula though are the Flower Beauty Petal Pout lip colors. Not only do they have the best color selection for these, but these are probably my favorite lipstick formulations at the drugstore. I had my kit stacked up with these lipsticks when I did bridal beauty. If you're looking for a good bridal lipstick, look no further. This line has the best. Might I suggest Naked Blush? This is probably the most used color in my beauty kit, as well as Spiced Petal for more fall looks. Those are very beautiful. I also picked up Coral Crush, which is the brightest color. I am currently wearing my favorite Naked Blush It's just the perfect everyday pink or bridal pink. So I'm very experienced with those. And then I picked up this Flower Beauty Fit in Lip Stain. And wow, this really works. I got the shade Play, which is a gorgeous color. I recommend it as well. You know, you apply it, it almost looks like a gloss, but then you wipe it away and the stain is strong. I didn't even have it sitting on my lips for very long. So this one is really, really cool for all day wear and not wanting to like make a mess when you eat. I'm very, very excited about this. And then the last makeup product that I have from today's haul is from Essence. This is the Juice Balm Shiny Lip Gloss. Oh my gosh, the nostalgic vibes that this gives me. This is pretty much a clear shade. I'm sure there's a color here, but I think they're all clear. Now this is Lovely Raspberry. A little thinner than I thought, so a lot comes out, but it's a nice gloss. Not super long wearing, not my favorite formula, but nice to keep in your purse for like a little shine to the lips. That's not really expensive at all, so that's okay. More so of a novelty purchase there. And then I did pick up a lot of hair products from my favorite brand, Not Your Mother's. They had a really good discount. So their Curl Talk line is my favorite, and they're also such an affordable line. So I was struggling with a little bit of dandruff, but I actually have cured it. What is it? The Vegamore Exfoliating Scalp Scrub. Got rid of it completely, highly recommend that. But at the time that I ordered these, I hadn't yet discovered that Vegamore. So I did get the Not Your Mother's Curl Talk Exfoliating Scalp Scrub. So I'll have to give this one a try. And then also just thinking of scalp care in general, I got this cleansing oil from the line as well. So we'll have to give these a try. Love Not Your Mother's. Have not come across a product from them that has failed me. And then I also got the leave-in conditioner. You know, my hair's a little dry. I want to keep it nice and hydrated. And this is my all-time favorite curl cream right here. And this is the Curl Talk Defining Cream. It's very, very big. I got the big size because I love it so much. I just haven't found a curl cream that works as good as this in terms of hold, keeping my hair non-frizzy but still looking natural and not crunchy. So I wanted to get a huge size of this. I also got the Curl Talk Refreshing Curl Foam. So this one is like a lighter weight curl cream. So on second day hair, what I'll do is I'll run a little bit of water over it and then use that just for a lightweight refresh. So that's really nice. I ran out of that. I mean, for the curl cream and foam, I'm talking like these are probably like my 5th or 6th bottle of those. And then I also got, oh, just kidding, that was it. I just picked up the leave-in conditioner. I was like, just kidding, I already talked about that. And the very last item that I got from Ulta, because these were on sale, were the Hollywood Fashion Secrets silicone covers up for the girls. Yeah, I really like these, so I picked 2 of them up. And wow. That's that. That's the haul. A very, very long and large haul. Unfortunately, I couldn't try everything in today's video just because there was so much. But overall, I will say from what I used, my makeup looks so good. So I'm really excited to continue playing with these products. And yeah, keep an eye out because I will definitely keep you updated in my speed reviews. And I also have lots of fun ideas for TikTok and stuff like that for these products. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you're looking for a sale as good as what I got on these, keep an eye out on Ulta because I feel like they have some stuff up their sleeve coming for Black Friday, so that's very exciting. Make sure you guys like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye guys, have a good one.